Hello you lovely people, welcome to my channel, welcome back to my channel. If you've been here before, it's lovely to have you with me today. Thank you so much for joining me. We're still in Creep on June because it's still June and we're still creeping, and I will be using another box eventually, although not quite as you might expect. But today I'm mainly using the Twisted Tales, which is a companion kit to Once Upon a Creep, which is where you'll get the box. You might have seen this wee card on my socials, although it wasn't until I came back to my desk I realised I hadn't put the poisoned apple on, which is silly. These words come from the kit, and this is these rivets, which are really cool. So we're going to be using this kit, but we're not going to be making one of these. We're going to be using the file folders in the kit, and I've already started with some of them. I've been using this identity card stamps from Crafting by Tony. I'm not using everything quite as it should be used. I'm just kind of making these cards. I've printed at least these off from fly leaves of books, so they're all kind of slightly different, and I've stamped them all slightly different. I've not finished doing these yet, but I thought it's time I put on the camera and showed you what I was up to. So he's kind of different from that. So while the Once Upon a Creep is all critters, there are real people in this Twisted Tales, although there's also critters in it as well, but I'm using the real people in this. If I can find the ones I'm looking for, so in front of me I have, this is Twisted Tales, Twisted Tales. This is not Twisted Tales. This is from the exhibit, which is one of my favourite kits from Tracie. And although this is actually scientific-y, I've got these bits out as well. Actually, with what I'm doing, there's bits of them, see that might be usable, and there's bits of them I think I might end up using. This is Twisted Tales, Twisted Tales, Twisted Tales. These pockets are Twisted Tales. This and these ones at the back here, these come from Haunted Assemblage, Halloween Assemblage, and these I'd already grunged up quite a number of these, but some of them, this is these are mini ones that I've just printed out, but these are what they kind of look like when they haven't already been grunged up. I did a big batch grunge of them every so often. This has come from another casebook, because it's got these drawers which I quite like, these box files I liked, and a couple of little bits of ephemera I quite liked. This is, I think that's another casebook, is it? No, Cabinet of Curiosities, that's another casebook. I've got maybe Cabinet of Curiosities. This is another casebook which has got some cool things, including a fingerprint I really wanted. I thought I'd printed out a couple of those, maybe I haven't. So we've got all these bits for decorating the insides and the outsides of these kind of file folders. And what I've already done with these file folders is I've already lined the inside of them. I then used various stencils. This one is this, which is THS 065. I think it's called Twisted Trees, that one. The next one, this one is this one, which is Not Ignore the Fairy. It's the background in here. It's kind of, well, this background, THS 014. This one, that's just a generic kind of, I was looking for kind of drops of blood, and it kind of near enough did it. This one is this one, THS 149. That's upside down. Is that way right? This one, that's when I love these eyeballs. This one is a Stencil Girl stencil. I don't know whether you can get it or not. Well, you can get it, I think. It's from the Stencil Girl Club. It's done by Care. It's SC 09/2025. So this is September 2025. The Stencil Club is the only way you can get it. I'm telling you that that's where you can get it. I'm not advocating you join the Stencil Club from Stencil Girl to get it. Enough said about that. So, right, that one's still to be done. They've all still to be finished. That one's, we haven't finished any of them really. I just thought it was time to start getting you on board. So I've done that one there. There's the identification. Now, let me just say, with this stamp from Crafting by Tony, I'll take it out of the packet so it's not so reflective. You get this, and then you have all these numbers and names and things. I've not used them all. I've used name, but I haven't used things like it has surname, it has destination, because I think they're kind of meant for more like a passporty thing. But I'm using them to kind of try and do a, what are these people been up to? Who are they? It's like a case. They haven't got a CPI case this year, and it's like a bit like I'm making these files up on all these people. You know, what's this file? Why have we got a file for this person? Why have we got a file for that person? For example, here we are. The one thing about the identification, they're just slightly too big, and I'm not bothered about that for an odd one, but I didn't want them in all of them, so some of them I've trimmed down. I trimmed this one down so that one now fits. So you can see how that one now fits because I've trimmed off that border and brought it down. And it's okay there, and I've stapled that on, and that's fine. This one's being held on with a paper clip. That one isn't attached yet. There's one of them. This one I've stuck down, and you kind of flip that open. So, and this is another bit of the top of it here. And this time I've done Dangerous Familiar, and it's filed that he's got a Dangerous Familiar. That's a female, and the form that's been filed is that. Now that form, that female and that file didn't come from Tony's kits. That's one of Tracie's stamp kits that is now discontinued, so you can't actually get those. But that's just, I was just using things to kind of think. This is, I didn't tell you about the stamping on them. This is a stamp from Lavinia Stamps, Spectre, but I can't remember what his name is. This is a stamp from All and Create. I do have them all here for you in case. It's from this stamp set called Boosentials, and it is number 1203. I should have told you these stamps, wouldn't it? Because you want to know about skeleton face. Sorry, that's, I don't have a name for that stamp set, but it is a fabulous stamp set. If you go searching for it, you might find it somewhere. And then this is Bats, that are part of that Boosentials as well. And this is the faded wallpaper ones that I love. It's not called faded wallpaper, it's called something else. Hold on. This one here, it's actually that one. It's that one there. You can see how faded it is, so you just kind of get bits of it, and it is called Fragments, CMS 368. Okay, I think I've covered everything now that I'm using. Because you want that, then let me know and I will let you know exactly what kit that's from. But it's more giving you a flavour of what these kits are like. And if you want to buy those other kits, you can, but you don't have to. You can use whatever pieces you've got. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start here. I need to think of a story for him. so that we can make up why has he got a file. And we've put one of the names, we've got all these words on that come as part of the Twisted Tale kits, and it says Restless Spirits. And I gave him Restless Spirits because he just does look a bit kind of with those eyes and everything, and that's why he's got the eye background. And Restless Spirits, and that's why I use this particular paper clip as well, because it's kind of, this is actually on the Boocentral, it calls it bone glitter, but I didn't want bone glitter, so that's why it's not got the name. I just didn't stamp the name on. So we need to think, what are we going to put on here? Restless Spirits. I feel like I might want another individual here. Where's my other people gone? Okay, we had to have a bit of a lunch then, because I couldn't find the rest of my characters that I've got to choose on for this one. I've not done yet. That one's done, that one's done. This one's not done. I mean, they're not finished, none of them are finished yet. But I need to choose another character. That one needs another character. That one needs a character. I should put the ones that need a character with the characters over here, so I know I've still got them to do. This one I've still got to do the inside of, and it needs a character. And these are, this is also in the kit. It's 3 kind of half file folders, and I'm going to make them into a file folder. I've cut this one along the line, see that was the line, and then given it a new tab. These 2 are as is, and what I'm going to do is, these 2 are going to go opposite each other like so to create a file folder. Then this is going to be a pocket, another kind of file tab pocket on the front of that one. So if I stick all this together, that needs to be inside that, because we don't want to see that. So those 3 half file folders have now been made into one file folder with a wee pocket, and that needs to be lined as well. And I've not got the tags, I've left the tags. There's only one tag here. I need to go and get the tags, they're downstairs. So I'm going to go and get the tags. What I might do is I might actually just line these while I'm waiting. This is technical drawing, so I've just got but actually it's not the stuff I've used on these, but I ran out of that paper. I'm going to go and get the tags. I've got a couple of the cards. The other ones I still haven't cut out actually, but I think I've got enough to start off and do this one. So this is something about eyes. Something about eyes going on, and this is like a bottle of poison, and I'm going to use the cards to kind of hold clues or information. Is it clues or is it just information in general? We could actually put something else on here, like I could actually just tag that on there, couldn't we? Maybe not that actually, maybe just a number. Let's just put a number on here. Oh, or his fingerprint. Shall we put his fingerprint? Let's put his fingerprint on there. We should mount it on a card maybe. Mount it on a card. If you have, I will link this down below by the way, if you have haven't seen, or rather have, if you haven't seen, or if you have seen indeed, if you have seen Natalie's video that she did. Brilliant, 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 brilliant. Love it, Natalie. Oh, there we go. That can go on there. She made a little photograph frames for the Once Upon a Creep kit. And then you could use that if you didn't have something like the identity card stamp. I will link her video down below. She had there was a really cool way she did it. She had black card, but she painted the black card, and it was really strange because it actually did make a difference. And I would never have thought of doing that because I wouldn't have thought it made a difference at all. But it did make a difference. She painted it. I think she painted it originally because she wanted to see if she could get it shiny, forgetting of course that when the paint dried it goes back to being matte. So she then sprayed it with a kind of semi-gloss spray, but it really worked well because you could see a bit of where the kind of brush strokes had been as well. It was just, I thought it was a fabulous effect. I really liked it. But the point of telling you is, I'm going to put that angle, I think, is that if you haven't got the identity card, you could do something like that and just kind of have it in a frame of some kind, or as if it was a... I'm going to pin that on there as well, or we're going to put that somewhere different. No, I think I want to... These are really quite tight paper clips because I didn't really intend it being taken off. There we go. You know how you can do a paper clip one side and it's kind of loose and the other side and it's tight? I did it the other side so that it would keep it nice and secure. Did it the tight side, and now of course I want to add something to it. I've made my life very difficult for me. Oh, see, we might just leave it just kind of, because it will stay just with that little bit, and it will eventually kind of settle down. There we go, already settling down a bit. Okay, so there's his fingerprint on there as well. But what else can we put on here? Let's see what did something. I've got a feeling, I could be wrong, I've got a feeling one of these animals, oh, it's the badger. It's not glasses. The badger has a really blue hue round about him. So do something to the badger, because I'm trying to stick to the eye thing. The fact is, there's a blue around his nose more than his eyes. This being his victim, because he's got this blue all round him here. So we could use one of these bottles that we've got that looks blue. So this one says camphor, and it says laudanum poison, laudanum camphor poison. So the laudanum bottle is blue. Shall we use this laudanum bottle? So I can put that on. I wanted to look in here to see if we've got, so it's like, have they tested the, is it something that's kind of bluish, isn't it? It's something in here that's blue that looks like they've tested and it's come back from the lab. Like that one, I think. Like that one. So let's have positive identification, and we'll have the laudanum bottle on here. So there's a positive identification for laudanum. Just need to get that little bit. Let's ink these. Now laudanum isn't fatal, so maybe this hedgehog, not badger, it's a hedgehog, isn't it? Maybe this hedgehog isn't actually dead. Oh, this one's a sticker. printed some of these onto sticker paper, and this is one of them. So I could stick this somewhere. I was thinking of having it hanging off. There we go. There's that. And then so let's have that. We need a sample. We've got some of these. Look, this one that says sample. Sample 44. And, okay. So sample 44, that can hang off here, so let's stick this down. Do I want something behind here? Just wondering if I want something behind here. It's a bit, just looks a bit, maybe I just want to do some stamping, some writing stamping. Oh, that's upside down, so let's just, we can turn it the right way around for using it, can't we? Let's put a bit more. Oh, I've got a bit there. Still got a bit. There we go. That's better. We'll leave that out. Leave that out. That's a stamp I use all the time. If you're a regular viewer, you'll recognise that stamp. I use it a lot. I've no idea where it came from. But I do use it a lot. Let's put that up in that corner. I'll put that there. Sample 44. I don't like the fact there's nothing much above here. Let's just see if I can get another wee bit in here. There. There we go. That's better. Oops. Okay. Yeah. It's quite big. I think I'm gonna tear it along here. Just because it's quite big, but I don't want to tear it the whole way around. Yeah, prefer that. Okay. The paper. Okay, so let's put that in like that. We've got our slide back from the lab. Which is sample 44. And it is a positive identification for Lauderdale. I'll put that as a, I want to have a dangle somewhere, but I don't want to dangle it over his face. Oh, I could dangle it like that, couldn't I? Let's put it on with a little brad. So I'm going to fold it down like that, and we're just going to have to cover over this back. Let's see, what could we put on the back here just to hide that. We could put, what have we got? We've got a little herbs. That's no use. What else have we got here that's something small? Oh, we could put sample notes on the back here. That's not small, but it actually means that what we could do then is there we go. These are really sticky. I know I don't need to bother with more glue, but it would be an idea to ink it though, Kirsten. It's totally stuck to my fingers now. That's what I mean by they're sticky. Ugh. Right, let's put sample notes there. And we'll just write on the tag, collected, I can't remember what today's date is. Let's say 14th June. Whisker. Right, so it was collected on the 14th of June. It was a whisker and it's come back. Okay, how's that going to be on there? Now it could just go loose, but I think they'll fall about a bit. So why don't we use this as a belly band? That would be cool, wouldn't it? There we go. Let's just take it out while it's drying. Now, do we want to do anything else to this cover? I think we do. We've got, so this is the way we're approaching it. So this is the front. The back we don't need to do anything to then, but we might want to do something else to the front. What might we want to do to the front? Let's put put one of these on, like a label, couldn't we? And these came from, can't remember, sorry. One of the kits I've mentioned. But we could put that on as like a case number, couldn't we? So let's do that. Let's put that on. Now, one of the things that's in Tony's stamp set is signatures. Now, what have I done with them? Put a signature on as if it's that. So this is a case number. Let's put that one on. Oh no, let's put that on. That's a nice long number. Let's put this number on. So this is case number. Yeah, I don't want to ink this up. I want the inking up to be, in fact I'm going to cut off all that round that and just have it black. But I'm just going to pick up one of these signatures. And I've not actually used these signatures. Actually, I've got Tracie signatures somewhere that are already that are on bits of paper. Shall we use a Tracie signature? Right, what I'm going to do, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to use this signature here. And I'm going to take it off there so I don't, yes, I could hear you. Thank you for shouting. Loud enough for me to hear you. So that is George Herbert. It looks like Halfbert, something Bert. Right, so that's George's signature. However, I think they're downstairs. Don't think there's any up here. I'll bring some of them upstairs actually for this. Right, so there's George Herbert. We could really do with a date as well, but I could use the date from, there's dates in here, but I could use the date from just my stamp without using the year, or I could put the year, or I don't need to put anything on at all. Come on, there we go. Put that on. Oh, I know what. You see, George Herbert is the investigator, but we need to give this character a name. We haven't given him a name at all yet. So what should we call him? It's not like he's a Frankenstein. Well, of course, Frankenstein's monster is Igor, isn't it? Not, but he's not a Frankenstein. See, name. His name would go in there. So let's write a name. Let's call him Victor. Victor what? Victor Hamlet. Hamlet. So on the front here we need to put, we'd put the Hamlet first, wouldn't we? Hamlet, and then we can put Victor underneath. And then I'm going to put it's a live case. Because I've not solved this one yet. Oh, needs to go on this side. So let's stick that down. And so, if you're using this for journaling, you could write on that back page. That could easily have writing over it, but there's writing space on there. Put the card in there. You could put something else in underneath here, but for now I think we're going to call that one done. That's one down. I'm going to continue doing these, and I'll be back once I've made them onto the next. Oh, Kirsten, you mentioned you were going to use the box from the kit, the CreepOnJune kit. Carry on, no, it's not Carry On Creep, that's something totally different. Once a creepish time, once upon a creep. Oh, you'll get there eventually. And so I did, and this is what we're going to store our files in, is the box, but I'm doing it slightly different. What you need to do is you need to make up the bottom of the box, top of the box, as normal. So this is the top of the box. Got to make that up as normal. The bottom of the box you have to do slightly different. You cut off the two flaps on this bit that would, and that would have gone down. Those flaps were in there, would have gone in there. This would have gone that, and that would have gone down there. You fold that in half along that, and you've cut off those flaps, but you've apart from that, you've assembled the box exactly the same way as normal. I haven't yet stuck this one down. I've lined the back of that. I'm not going to bother lining the back of this. I'm going to assemble this bit just in case. Again, I've linked Tracie's full tutorial on making up the box below, if you don't have a clue what you're doing. Now I've cut a wee bit extra. I've put my fold, there's the line, there's the fold. I've put my fold over a wee bit and cut a wee bit extra so I can fold that over and just hide that open edge. It also means you don't need to do that. This is me fussing stupidly. There's no need to do this. I just wanted a neater look. I'm just terrible. I'm terrible. It wouldn't show, you see, in the box. It's less of an issue. But because we're making this file box, it's more, don't need those bits. It will be more obvious because you'll be looking into it all the time. Hold on. I've got some magnets here. These ones are too big. I'm going to use, I might use a couple of these. So this is going to, this was your hinge for your lid, but I don't need that, so that's going to go down there. So it'll just cover up a bit of these, and I'm going to put a couple of magnets. If I can get a couple of magnets off. 1, 2. I'm going to put 2 just because it's quite a long piece. Then put this together like so. Now you could cover the inside of this here as well, but I don't think you need to. I don't think you need to, and I'm not bothering about doing so. What I need to do is I need to now glue the inside of this, because this is going to stay shut. Is that right? Is that right? Am I doing that right? Yes, I am. The inside of this. The inside of this. And this time I want to make sure I come right along that line, because this is, I don't want there to be a gap in the, oh, I was going to do that and I hadn't done. Never mind. Never mind. Right, and I'm going to put this in here. I know it's going to fit, so just a case of getting it in. If you're somebody who is unsure of your glue, then you might want to use something that gives you a bit of time. I've never had a problem with glitter glue myself. I know some people say it just sticks so straight away, you can't do anything. I've never had that problem with it. Okay, so that's that. Now we need another 2 magnets. One, 2. You could almost leave those magnets out because it's almost like the little bits they've got anyway, like part of the pattern. Right, now this is going to go over for down there, so this is where it gets tricky, because what we're going to do is we're going to just put a bit of just on the magnet, nothing else, just on the magnet, and we're going to bring this over. Is this right? Yes, this is right. And we're going to stick that down just so it picks up the magnet. We've got the, I could have put a bit of ink or something on here. Oh, this is going to play it not. Right, we've got the bit of glue dot there, so let's just put it on there. Is that the right way up? Is that now the wrong way up? I don't know if that's the right way up or not. Right, so I want it the other way up. It was the wrong way up. We'll put that on there. Take this off here. And put that the other way up. And on that dot there. Okay, let's let that set for a wee minute. Right. And then you have your fab box. Now, let's decorate the box. I'm going to put this away, let's decorate it. Well, that took a bit longer than I anticipated, mainly because when I went away to do this and I did this, and that was fine. But then I suddenly thought, maybe I should do a couple more cards. And I've not done a couple more cards. But let me show you what I did do. This is like the list of all the cases on the front, and some of them are scored out and the people investigating them are scored out, and this one's merely marked with asterisks. It's the 2026 case notes to be solved, and it's COG, and there's a typewriter there, and oh, these must be the detectives or something of these cases. These twisted tales, that came from the book thing at the front of the cover, and these all came from Halloween Assemblage. I'm not sure where that one came from. It might have been Halloween Assemblage, I'm not 100% sure. So let us open our files, and you've probably got a bit of a strange view down into an empty box, but let's put some cases in here. I'm going to start with this one. This is now a cold case. This is a wee vintage file, a great big thing. It's like a split pin with a loose thing on the top. It's massive. And this is a cold case. This was a dead end. There's Igor's fingerprints there. We've got victim question mark. Is he a victim? We've got the fingerprints. I'm not quite sure if he's a victim or what. We've got a kind of handwritten note there that's a bit of clue. And then we've got this sample 27, but it's not getting anywhere. There was a castle and there was keys, and that's what led to this chap, but it's a dead end, and in the castle and the keys I got fingerprints, and yeah, it's all, and there's this strange signature as well. Was this guy, is this who he was before? Oh, it's all a mystery, this one. And so it's been marked as a cold case, so let's put that right at the back of the file. And then we've got this one, and this one is Once Upon a Nightmare and Don't Look Behind You, and there's a raven on the front here, and we've got the case number and who's looking after it. It's George. It was George, and then it was Harry, and now it's George again. So this sounds like it's been a complicated case going on for a while. And when we open it up, we've got a dangerous familiar, and this was the top of one of those stamps. And now you've seen bits of this before, and I can't remember what bits you've seen and what you haven't seen, but we've got this case that it's got two numbers. There's two file numbers, AR36 and 170, and this is marked AR36. So this familiar that's dangerous, it's got a case number all to themselves, so that's interesting. And there's a man here. Who's this? Is this man here? This is marked 170. And who's she, and what's going on, and why is there a broomstick in a... Oh, this case is a bit of a mystery as well. It's not been solved yet, and it's really confusing George and Harry. Then we've got this case, and this case has been assigned to Edith, and it started on the 31st of October, and Edith files her stuff somewhat differently because she has a wee front pocket here, and in this front pocket she has the victims, a Mark Jacobs, and it says here, coroner's report, poison poured overhead. Oh, that's maybe why he hasn't got any hair. This poison was poured over his head and it did his hair in before he got some in his mouth. And this one, coroner's report, death by suffocation, and this is Sam Jacobs. Oh, so they're both Jacobs, so that makes it sound as if there's something, a family vendetta or something maybe going on there, isn't it? Suffocation and poison, that's two very different things though, isn't it? Usually people have the same kind of MO, and inside here we have a familiar with a broomstick and some of the suffocating bandages, and we have these files down the bottom, and the file containing J for Jacobs has been taken out, and this kind of lantern's been taken out of this file, and there's a letter being taken out of this file, and sample 4 has been taken out of this file. This must be the poison one. And we've got a poison recipe here: 1 apple, 2 hemlock, 8 bat blood, and everybody knows bat blood's purple, so there's the 8 bat blood, and it comes from a live bat, because the live bat knows if it doesn't give the bat blood for the recipes, the familiar will get it. Yes. And there's the apple we're going into the cauldron, so that's that one. So they kind of, sounds like Edith might be getting somewhere there. She kind of knows who the victims is. She's got that down to, she hasn't yet got a person of interest, but it sounds like she might be getting somewhere. So let's put that one in here. Then we've got this one, and this is the curious findings, and this case is still to be allocated, so this must be a new case. And we've got some herbs, and we've got this skeleton fairy, and oh look, we've got a bride, and it says victim, so the bride's the victim. Person of interest, father of the bride. Oh, you've seen this bit before with the blood and the bouquet and the petals, but who's this? Who's this? Oh, there's a knife, and the father of the bride is considered the victim, and we've got a number there. Oh, considered a person of interest. Did he not approve of who his daughter was going to marry? Is that what it was? And he thought, I'd rather kill her than have her marry him. Oh well, we'll have to see who gets allocated that case to solve. I'll put that one in here as well. And then we have this one. Again, this is one that you've already seen. I'm not sure if I did anything. Did I add that fingerprint? I might have added the fingerprint. This is Victor Hamlet is a person of interest in the murder of this. They like their poisons in this week, don't they? So let's put that one in there. And then we've got this one. This is the Thompson twins. This is an ongoing case. Missing animals, doves and mice, query horse. Harry's dealing with this one. And yeah, the Thompson twins, we've got this bloody shoe here as well, with the blood at the toe of it. And we've got a wee tag here we can write on, and here's a, this is just one of the doves, or is this a, see, yeah, what is all this going on in here? And the Thompson twins know they're under investigation, so they're watching the detectives, and if you don't get that, then there's no explaining it to you really. I'd love it if somebody does actually get that, but it's probably a this side of the pond thing and a certain generation thing. Now, I don't actually think I can get any more in there. I could maybe squeeze one more in. I did prepare another 2. We've got this one. Oh, this one I ended up not using, and I'd already got that one prepared. And I did have another identity and this witch. So I might make another one up just to put it in there because I've got the identity card. I might not, it's kind of a bit full, but I love it. It's just such a fun little thing to do. I've also got this one. Actually, I could slip this one in, couldn't I? Although that's not a, though it's not a case. That's a solved case, isn't it? This one is a solved case because she's behind bars. There we go. I love the way that clicks every time I shut it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. I mean, you don't need to make the whole box. You could just make a little identity card out of these file folders for some of the creatures, or as I've used in this instance for the people in the Twisted Tales. There are creatures in the Twisted Tales as well. The links to the Twisted Tales, to CreepOnJune, Once Upon a Creep, which is where the box comes from, are listed down below. Also, I've tried to list all the kits I've used bits and pieces from. I might not have listed them all, but it just gives you an indication of all the different bits and pieces that are in Tracie's kits and how versatile and interchangeable a lot of the kits are. Halloween assemblage is one of my favourite kits. The exhibit, which we've used bits of it, is another of my favourite kits. So that's why I have lots of those bits around, because just when I want to do something, yeah, I'll just do a layered tag, because I love doing layered tags with all Tracie's bits and pieces. But the other kits that I've used bits and pieces of as well, I've also listed down below. Cabinet of Curiosities, can't remember now what the other ones were, but I've listed them all down below. If you're doing CreepOnJune, please use the hashtag CreepOnJune 2026 so that Tracie can find you. If you're doing something from Twisted Tales, please still use the hashtag, because it's kind of part of CreepOn as well. It's a companion kit, so you can use the hashtag for that as well. I think that's everything. Oh yes, I've linked Natalie's video of how she did her little things for those of you who don't want to, don't have the identity stamp, this identity stamp, which I can't find in Tony's shop at the moment. I was going to put a link in for it below. Can't find it at the shop, so I'm presuming that just means that it's out of stock at the moment. So I've linked her Estes shop below, so you can actually go and find it should you wish to go and find that, because it's a very adaptable kit as well. I think that's everything. If there's anything that you've seen that you want me to tell you what it is, please ask. But for now, thank you so much for watching. You take care. Keep crafting. Bye.